Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Chaos Isle Zombi Deck Expansion Set 2 Reinforcements. Now this is a small little expansion for Chaos Isle Zombie Deck, and I don't even know what's in here. So let's open it up and see what we got. I'm too lazy to read the back. It's aimed at ages 13 and up, does deal with zombies. I wasn't super impressed with the starter. When are these? What's the year on these? I don't even know. But they look a lot older than they actually are because the art is a little terrible, in my opinion. I wasn't real impressed about all of it at once, and the starter deck did not impress me. So let's see here. We got a little rules addendum. Alright, so there's a little rules expansion sheet that's folded up in here. Be sure you have this if you buy this used, because this is important. It is a rule sheet, so you'll want to know. I'm sure it'll all be fairly common sense, but alright, so we've got 2 mission cards, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemy cards. That's what's in here. So let's look at the mission cards first, since there's only 2 of them. So we've got Infect Food Supply, requirements 5 virus, 3 food, campaign value 4. You love zombies. You've watched every movie ever made about them. No way you're going to take the chance that population might survive and possibly even defeat them. Now you've concocted a devious plan to turn everyone into a zombie. Well, you're a jerk. Then we've got Save Starving Orphans, requirements 5 rescue, 3 food, campaign value of 4. Alright, so those are the 2 campaign or mission cards. So then we've got these, I think I said 8. Yeah, 8 enemy cards. No, when they said reinforcements, they didn't mean for the good guys. Alright, so we've got an Exterminator, food 2. He's got laser blast plus 2 attack. Another Exterminator. Oh look, a 3rd Exterminator. That makes it worthwhile. Those are all food 2. Then a food 1. A food 1, and you can see where the gloss has come off on this card and made this little white spot there. These have really cheap glossing on them. So if these weren't stored properly, the feeling of these is kind of like super slick, but it's kind of got a dusty feel to it. And that's usually a sign of really cheap gloss. And that cheap gloss usually means that at some point, if stored improperly, these will all stick together, because usually it's heat. If they're not stored in a cool, dry place, just like comic books, this gloss will kind of give way, and you start feeling this like dusty feeling on your hands, just like putting your hand through dust, is why I'm describing it that way. But it's this cheap, slick gloss that makes your hands feel dusty afterward, it usually makes the cards stick together if they've been in a heat or in a really moist environment. Alright, there's another Exterminator, food 1, and food 1. So, there's 3 of them at food 2, and the other 5 are food 1. It just introduces 1 new enemy and 2 new mission cards, and yeah, honestly, if you can find this cheap and you like the game, that's cool. These were only $5 new. The game came out in 2008. Looking at these cards, you'd think they came out in 1989, because they remind me of the Stadium cards that used to be out. They did a set with Batman Returns from Stadium, and they have that same kind of feeling, but with cheaper gloss. Like, that gloss was higher end, but the cards, even those, kind of stuck together. These are have that same original feeling, but over the years that gloss has kind of come off, and as you saw with the one card, it had obviously stuck to the back of another card and torn some of the art off, so you get that little white dot there. That's where it got stuck with the card in front of it and peeled off the paint, or ink I should say. But you get kind of the idea. If you like this game, this might be a good addition, especially because it was pretty cheap. Personally, I'm not impressed with this game very much, but I have the whole thing, so we might as well show it to you in case you want to play it. The game itself looks like it plays okay, but the art is pretty poorly done in my opinion, and I don't think the mechanics are quite as good as they could have been. It was an interesting idea for zombie survival horror, and it did come out at the time that the zombie craze was just kind of kicking into full gear. So I think it was more of a cash-in effort to build a card game around that. But there's other better deck builders out there. But I'm not going to badmouth it anymore. I'm done for this episode. There's 4 more of these to go, or 3 more. But this is Chaos Isle Zombi Deck Expansion Set 2. It was a cheap one. It was only $5 when it came out, and it has a couple new mission cards and 8 new enemy cards. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.